This is my camera bag. It's something that I carry with me every day because you never know when you'll find something to shoot. So let's go over what I carry in here that helps me get the shots that you often see in this series. Now, depending on what I plan to shoot, I'll often sub out some gear for something else, but this is generally what I carry every day. So let's start with the backpack. This is a Peak Design everyday backpack and I absolutely love it. It has way more features than I thought I would ever need from a backpack, like it's fully customizable inside, it has tons of pockets to store little things and even larger things, and if you already use Peak Design camera straps, this goes really well with it because a lot of it connects to each other. And to top it off, it's really comfortable. Plus, look how good it looks. Alright, let's move on to what I actually carry. So the camera I always shoot with is the A7S II. It's what I'm shooting with now, and it has a great picture quality, and its low light capabilities makes it really flexible for me, so that's why I always use it. Typically about 90% of the footage I shoot with it is on the Sony 24-70mm f4 lens, and it's not the best lens, it's not the worst lens, but it gets the job done. I like that I have a variable focal length so I can kind of get a little wide and a little up close shots. And for all the shots I don't get with that lens, I use a 10-18mm f4 Sony lens. It's a wide lens, almost too wide at times, but I absolutely love it. So those two lenses cover a wide focal length, but sometimes I gotta get up close, and instead of actually buying a macro lens, I found these macro tubes on Amazon for like 20 bucks, and they just attach to your lens and they allow you to get your lens a little closer to your subject and focus in on it, much like a macro lens does. There's a really cheap way to get some pretty good results. Then to make sure I get some good audio on that camera, I use the Rode VideoMic Pro. Of course, if you know anything about Sony cameras, and especially the A7S II, you know you need a ton of batteries. So I carry about 5 with me at all times, and I make sure to keep those things charged. For when I'm outside, I like to use this Adobe ND filter. It's a variable ND filter, so it makes it a lot easier on partly cloudy days or when you're going from inside to outside. I actually talk about this ND filter in a previous video, so check that out up there. I always try and carry a GoPro with me, specifically the GoPro Session. It's an older GoPro, but it still gets the job done and makes getting time lapses pretty easy. And most of the time I'm carrying 2 because I like to leave this one in the tripod and just set it somewhere, do a time lapse, and then I use this one kind of as a point of view camera and just stick it in my mouth. Huh? This is a camera that I always carry with me, but I rarely use it. It is the Ricoh Theta 360S. So it's a 360 camera, has dual lenses, and of course can do 360 footage. I just don't really shoot it that often, and when I do use it, I use it for photos. And of course, I wouldn't be a YouTuber if I didn't use the Adobe GorillaPod. It's not the most amazing thing in the world, but there's not many better ways to shoot vlog style, and the flexible legs can be pretty helpful at times. I almost always carry my drone with me, specifically the DJI Mavic Pro. It's the first one, and maybe I'll upgrade in the future, but this thing still gets great footage, and somehow I haven't crashed it yet. Of course, when you're carrying a drone, you have to bring the controller with you, and it never hurts to have an extra battery just in case you want to fly multiple times. I also carry some extra blades, again, just in case I happen to crash it for the first time. And finally, I did purchase some cheap ND filters off of Amazon. They really do make a difference and help get that cinematic motion blur. I'm a big fan of mobile filmmaking and photography, so I always make sure I carry with me my Moment lenses. Since I always have my iPhone and my Moment case with me, carrying these lenses is kind of a no-brainer. Then of course, I need a computer to edit everything that I shoot, so I carry with me my 15-inch MacBook Pro. With that, I carry with me my MacBook charger, a hyperdrive dongle because Apple is stupid and they don't realize I need to plug my SD card into my laptop, and I edit off of this super fast SanDisk SSD. And I wouldn't be cool if I didn't bring my AirPods with me. So cool. That's all the main gear I carry, and then of course I carry some accessories to go along with it, like an iPhone to USB-C cable to connect to my laptop, a regular USB to Lightning cable for everything else, a USB micro cable, a Pelican SD card case to keep them all safe, an iPhone mount, actual wired earbuds just in case, some rechargeable AA batteries, and a cleaning cloth. Somehow I fit all of that gear into my camera bag. There's links in the description to all the gear that I listed, so if you want to go into more detail, just check out those links. And let me know in the comments below if you want me to talk about some of the other gear that I use, because there is some of it, I just don't carry it every single day. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm Jason Luong, the Video Ninja, and I'll see you next week.